right, sports fans, it's time for NUTV Sports.
What makes this year Northeastern's year?
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another thrilling episode of Sports Eastern. I'm Neil McCarthy alongside Matt McCormick, here to bring you everything NU sports. Matt, why don't you get us started with the NU baseball team?
Why, thank you, Neil. Even though there's 8 feet of snow on the ground in Boston, the Husky baseball team is soaking up the sunshine in the south for the early going of their season. The boys of Summer will spend their first month in Texas, South Carolina, and Florida, playing 6 different NCAA teams and even facing off against the Boston Red Sox for an exhibition on March 3rd. First-year head coach Mike Glavin, who is the brother of pitching MLB great Tom Glavin, will lead the Huskies this year. NU is looking to rebound from a 26-29 season in 2014. The Huskies started the 2015 season off well, claiming 2 victories in their first 3-game series of the season. The series came against Incarnate Word, a small private university just outside San Antonio. NU won the first game 3-1 thanks to senior starting pitcher Nick Berger, who tossed 6 scoreless innings and racked up 9 strikeouts. Although Incarnate Word took the second game 6-1, Northeastern rebounded in the final game of the series. The Huskies pulled off a 9-3 victory in Game 3 with sophomore outfielder Pat Madigan going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Next on tap for the ballplayers is a 4-game series at South Carolina, the number 12 ranked team in the country.
While the baseball team is enjoying the weather down south, the men's hockey team is thriving in this cold weather. The Huskies are on a 6-game win streak with 2 crushing victories over UConn this past weekend. Friday's game ended 9-0 in favor of NU, while Saturday's match was a little closer, the Huskies winning 6-1. Not really that close at all. The 6-game win streak has NU tied with Notre Dame for 5th place in the Hockey East, only 8 points behind first place BU. And speaking of those BU Terriers, Northeastern is looking forward to facing off against them Monday, February 23rd for the final of the 2015 Beanpot. NU beat BC 3-2 back on the 3rd and are looking to claim their first Beanpot title since 1988. That's 27 years ago. This would be NU's 5th ever Beanpot title. Before Monday's match, NU will travel to UMaine for a pair of games this weekend. Following that Beanpot final, the Huskies close out their season with a home and away against none other than those pesky BU Terriers. With only an 8-point gap at the moment, those games may have been being crucial to the final Hockey East standings. Matt, I don't know about you, but I think the Huskies have a pretty good chance at the Beanpot this title, and maybe even finishing pretty high in the Hockey East.
Yeah, Neil, it's pretty amazing, especially after that terrible start they had to the season. For more on that, let's head over to the other Matt Friedman, for a little segment we're calling Certified Legit.
Thanks, Matt. In this segment, we take the time to recognize one person on their accomplishments of the season so far. So today's person is Northeastern men's ice hockey coach Jim Madigan. You started off the season 0-9-1, but now in our last 10 games, we're 7-2-1. And hey, we're even in the Beanpot final. We all thought the season was going to be a wash, but you're able to turn it around, motivate the players, which is why you, my friend, are certified legit.
Thanks, Matt. You're certified legit in my book. Moving on, the Northeastern men's basketball team has been tearing up the hardwood this year, posting an 18-10 record and currently holding the number 2 spot in the CAA standings. On their way, the Huskies have racked up some impressive statistics. Let's take a look-see, going by the numbers with the Husky Ballers. To start us off tonight is the number 1,000. In a game against the Elon Phoenix back on January 31st, redshirt junior small forward Quincy Ford became the 33rd player in Northeastern history to reach the 1,000-point milestone in a Husky career. Ford, who sat out nearly all of last season after undergoing back surgery, has started to find his groove as the season has progressed, averaging 10 points and 5.5 rebounds per contest. The redshirt junior was honored for his accomplishment before the game against William & Mary. And speaking of that game against William & Mary, the next numeral coming your way is 3. Junior guard David Walker nailed 3 3-pointers in the first 2 minutes and 12 seconds of Wednesday's game, giving the Huskies an early 9-0 lead. He was wet, as the kids would say in the early going. Walker, who finished with 21 points and 7 assists, was a key factor in the Huskies' 75-64 win over the Tribe. Come on down, 5.4. You're our next number. One strong suit of this NU team is their rebounding prowess, as the Hounds of Huntington have tallied a rebounding margin of 5.4, meaning that they average nearly half a dozen boards per game more than their opponent. The leading rebounder for the Huskies is 6'9" senior forward Scott Etherton, who averages 6.7 rebounds per contest and cleans up the glass better than a bottle of Windex. On the topic of our man Scotty Etherton, the next number is 60.2. Etherton leads the Colonial Athletic Conference in field goal percentage with a blistering 60.2% clip. The senior forward is also 3rd in the conference in rebounding and 5th in the CAA in scoring. Without a doubt, Scott Etherton will be a focal point of the Husky attack the rest of the way. Our final number of the evening is 2. Northeastern sits as the 2 seed in the CAA at the moment, just a half game back of UNCW. There is still a chance that the Huskies could win the regular season conference title, but even if they don't, they should be in good shape for the CAA tournament, which begins on March 6th in Baltimore, Maryland. If the Huskies are able to win 3 consecutive games in that tournament, they'll get the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Neil, let's hope the Hounds of Huntington can punch their proverbial ticket to the big dance.
Yeah, we do all love that March Madness tournament. Well, that'll do it for this week's episode of Sports Eastern. Alongside Matt McCormick, I'm Neil McCarthy. Stay tuned for our next episode. In the meantime, go Huskies.
Go!